The importance of using data to influence policy in gender work cannot be underestimated. One key focus area of the Deliver for Good campaign is to strengthen women's access to financing and economic empowerment.
SDGs Forum is looking at the data aspects of the 4 investment areas for women deliver. That's land, SRH, women economic empowerment, and politics and leadership for women. So what we are doing is that we've been conducting research around these 4 investment areas. One of the research that we have done is doing an analysis for access to government procurement opportunities, to determine issues of access, availability, distribution, and also just to look at, to profile the women who have been able to access these opportunities. We've done a budget analysis in our focus counties, a budget review to look at the counties and the budget to determine how much of investment is going into this women deliver investment focus areas.
How is data integrated into gender work?
Data is largely used to provide evidence. Once you have data, you use that data for policy reform, for advocacy around the work we do, and to communicate very pragmatically, very precisely, with evidence. Data gives you that opportunity. So generally, what we produce now is gender data. We did the analysis, the AGPO analysis. We looked at how many women are accessing these opportunities. What are the barriers?
What is the AGPO?
Access to government procurement opportunities. We did an analysis for Kisumu County, Homa Bay, and Makueni. And largely, we're looking at how many women are accessing these procurement opportunities against the opportunities that the government has provided for in the AGPO law. So when you go, part of the start will be like, in some areas like Kisumu, the numbers are still lower compared to an area like Makueni. So what you do with this information is you conduct advocacy and ask for, and also look into opportunities within the policy that are not working. Not just only policy, practice that are not working and facilitating women to access the procurement opportunities.
As Eva has shared, some counties in Kenya seem to be doing better than others when it comes to women procuring government financing for their projects. Why is this?
Makueni has the information, the information for access to procurement opportunities is largely out there. It is within their website. They have this openness around information around procurement. There are systems that they've put in place right from the county level to the community level, and then allow for information to flow. There are certain mechanisms that have put in place that allow for women to access. They have really tried to remove the barriers for access to procurement opportunities. Now, in Kisumu, there is still a struggle with putting in place systems. There's still very low awareness levels on what these opportunities are. And also just that when procurement opportunities come wearing the face of violence, women tend to stay away from them. So any tender that is advertised and has, has issues around it, for instance, people are fighting for it, there's a lot of opaqueness, or when women are applying for it, there are elements of sexual harassment within it, women will stay away from such opportunities. In Homa Bay, for instance, it was even difficult to access the information. So if for us, and as an organization and a group of organizations that advance women empowerment, if we are unable to access the information, what happens to the woman living in the rural area?
Roslyn Orwa, who is a widow and widow activist and takes care of 27 orphans in her Rona Foundation, shares that they have had to be creative with their programs to help widows in their communities. These widows don't know anything about the procurement opportunities in Kisumu. Roslyn explains their economic empowerment program, which is under what they call Widows Economic Empowerment Program, WEEP.
The second phase is economic empowerment. Can I access money? Can I access money to go and sell omena? Can I access money to go and do anything that I can do within my environment? So also our program is called WEEP, Widows Economic Empowerment Program. Can you identify the resources around you so that you are able to, thrive? If markets are closed, can you hawk? So we have widow hawkers in the village. Sisi hatungojagi siku ya soko, sijui ni Tuesday ama Thursday. Sisi tunakuletea mtumba kwa mlango yako, tumeiosha, tumepiga pasi, tunakuletea mboga, tumekata, tumepack. We are literally hawking in the village. In fact, at some point, we wanted to hawk meat, and we were told this one you can't do by elders. So we become innovative in very small ways and ways that work. And then we have, periodically, we have a widows festival where we all come in to bring our products. So we have very simple, innovative ways of economic empowerment. And at Rona Foundation, we offer them a matching fund. So if they have 5,000 in their group, any donor, a donor for us is not some international NGO, or it's anybody, including high school students who offer knowledge and support to record keep. We approach local people and say, we have 5,000. We don't want you to give us a handout. Give us an equivalent amount, and then we will rotate it in our savings and loaning. So our donors are students, they are pastors, they are local women, they are married women, they are anybody. So we fundraise within a model that is localized to grow our program and to empower the rural widow.
Clearly, Roslyn and her team have had to come up with creative approaches to help the widows in their community. Another woman who is coming up with programs that are helping her community is Honorable Pamela Akinyi, the member of County Assembly in Manyatabi and Kisumu. She has been working with her constituents since her nomination in 2017 to ensure they acquire public funds for their small, medium enterprises.
We also have a hatchery that is supposed to hatch 2,000 chicks in a month. You see, when you give a group, I had already given a group, but there are still some small things that have not been completed. So it will be a very good thing for our women and youth in that group. It will, at least it will earn them something. And we all, in the assembly, we also passed a budget that is going to give youth, women, and people with disability loans. You know, county loans are with zero interest. So that one again is going to empower our women economically. But you know, we have so many groups in our ward, and we always give, because it's always maybe 1 million per ward. That means if you give 100,000, it is for 100 group, for 10 groups. 10 groups, that is not enough, because in a group we have 20 people. 20 people can, if you give them 100, that means they will divide, and sometimes it is not enough. They are supposed to refund it back, and then some groups also can apply. But you see, it is still not enough. So we are trying to do things that help women, youth economically. But the problem now with the county government, there is no money. So you can imagine.
It is the availability of data and evidence on how women are accessing and benefiting from procurement opportunities that can give Kisumu County and other counties in the same state a better outlook for women.
We try to advance the arguments using data as opposed to the usual way of, pushing for reforms or changes in practice and policy around this. So when when you use data it gives the evidence and provides a push for action at different levels.